Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's new brew, episode number 48, calling this one Thanksgiving Plate. Basically, any type of a festive beer for this type of season. It can be a Thanksgiving beer. Maybe the beer is made with stuff that comes out this time of season. Maybe they make the beer especially for this time of year. Maybe the beer that you're bringing would match up with something you might eat during Thanksgiving. Just anything like that for tonight's show. And I want to thank my panel for being here. We have Alex, the beer master.
What is up, everybody? Appreciate you.
We have East Coast LQ reviews.
Cheers.
Miscellaneous brew reviews. Thomas Metal 75.
Hello.
Beer Man.
Hi. Cheers.
Myself, Bumpy Road, and cheers to our chatters. We got Commerce Aussie, so cheers to you, Commerce.
Good day, sir.
There he is, right there. I chose my color theme on the thing to be like a nice tanned turkey.
Yeah.
So, Alex, you're going to be first to go. Show us what you're working with.
Yes. Thank you, my brother. Thanks for letting me join Legendary BuMpY. All right, we got Hardwood Brewing. It is gingerbread stout.
Ooh.
Imperial milk stout with cinnamon, vanilla, ginger, and that other word with the H.
Honey.
Honey. Okay, thank you.
That's a good word.
That beer is epically delicious. You're going to like that.
You've had this beer before?
Done some aging. Nice beer.
Thank you for not giving me a copyright with magically delicious.
Barrel age.
They do a barrel aged one as well, I believe.
Is this a barrel age one or is
I
this
don't
a
think
regular?
so, no.
I'll have to find the one. I'll have to find the barrel age. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
I think they're putting it in the little short stubby bottles now.
well, I'll be drinking it anyway. As long as I enjoy it, it's all that matters, right?
Well, this will be
Pour
one.
some. Shall we?
Beer of the year status right here.
That looks like a delicious stout. And you guys are warned. I forgot to say the ABV. It is 9.2 by volume.
There you
I have to show that 1 pint.
And that's your dessert beer for Thanksgiving?
Well, any beer could be a dessert beer when it comes to stouts. But hey, this is like a Christmas / thing. But don't worry. I'll try to find some Christmas beers because who knows what that Legendary BuMpY in the next couple of weeks. Always thinking Lincoln, Mr. BuMpY here. That's what I like. All right. Let's digest on that. Looking forward to that, though, either way. Let's see what the head is. This looks like a 2-finger head. Nice frothy bubbles. Looks creamy to me anyway.
Creamy.
It looks like a jet black kind of stout. Let's see what this smells like, shall we? Smells cinnamony. It's supposed to be cinnamon. Smells like cinnamon. I don't smell any sweetness, actually, though. Normally you have that sweetness, but it does have that nice spice or that nice gingerbread spice.
Good day.
Oh, and don't worry. I did bring a beer for next Monday, but we'll talk about that in a minute later. Let's see what this tastes like, and cheers.
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 You brought a beer for Cyber Monday, all right?
Cheers out.
Okay. Taste that cinnamon. Has that little bit of sweetness. Not too bad. Not too bitter. Actually, not even bitter at all. Kind of has like a creamy, not too watered down, but it has a little bit of a light body. as I'm drinking it, you can have that sweetness right on the palate. So that would probably maybe be the vanilla or something like that. Because as I'm talking, it does have a little bit of bitterness, just a little bit, but it has more of a nice warming in the chest. So it has a perfect flavor in the mouth. Not too bitter at all. It is just a little bit bitter on the rounds of the tongue, but it's not like blastingly bitter. It is just the right amount if you don't like bitter. It has that sweetness, like I said. Let's see what other things we got here. Oh, wow. I do feel a little bit of a cinnamon spice too in the fruit, which is good. As I'm drinking it, you taste a lot more cinnamon, but you also get a hint of alcohol, just a little bit. Not too much though. It's just a perfect roundup on this kind of beer. There might be a little bit of nutmeg too, maybe. Should be, because they always have these kind of beers and they have nutmegs in them anyway. Should be, because it's a holiday spice. So if I'm correct, please let me know on that. BuMpy, I'm correct on that, right? It's a holiday spice?
I would hope so.
Touche, BuMpy, touche.
Touche.
From gingerbread.
I'm going to shut up now. I haven't talked that much anyway. This is a good beer because I've been trying to taste it. Been trying to mix out that tastiness. But please, if you can get, most likely, I don't know what town this state is in. This
It's out of Virginia.
I believe so.
Okay,
Josh's neck of the woods.
What is it?
It's out of Josh's neck of the woods.
Gosh, yeah.
Okay, so you might be able to get
Hardywood, I believe, is out of Richmond.
Yeah, you might be able to get it. So if you can
I
get
believe.
Sounds
all right,
right.
awesome. So if you can get this, please do let me know what you think of it. I'm going to keep sipping on it. I'll let someone else talk, and we'll go from there. See what the rating and stuff like that next time around. Appreciate you. Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Thanks for letting me join, brother.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for being here.
Anytime.
Thanksgiving belches right there.
All right. What is one of my favorite sides at Thanksgiving?
Corn?
Here.
All right. The Proclamation Ale Company Corn Lager. It's corn. It has the juice. It has the juice. All right. 5% alcohol by volume. This was canned 9/21/2022. See that? There you go. It says we're not alone. Yeah, so it's pretty much just like a regular corn lager, 5% ABV. Crack it open. Pour. So it is unfiltered. So it is an unfiltered corn lager. Just like all of other Proclamation beers. Unfiltered may contain sediment. So it looks like hazy. I'd say it's golden. It's more golden than straw color. So yeah, it's like a hazy golden color. Lots of effervescence. Poured about a finger white head. Seems to be holding some good retention there. Nose. Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of has that like it has a little bit of that buttery diacetyl corn like aroma, like I was getting with the Massachusetts Mass Hole, their corn lager. It's somewhat reminiscent to that beer. There's a little bit of like a citrusy floral aspect to it. A little bit of a malty sweetness. some white bread, biscuity breadiness. But yeah, overall, it smells pretty dang good. 5% ABV. It smells a little bit more on the crafty side compared to like a Bush Miller Lite. So dive in. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Gross.
it used to be
Cheers.
delicious.
Yeah, it's kind of has that. It kind of has a little bit of that buttery diacetyl corn like flavor to it. There's actually a good amount of floral grassiness on the finish. There's a little bit of a bitterness. It finishes a little dry, but it has a really good carbonation. There's a nice crisp aspect to it. It's a little citrusy, so there's a little bit of like a tart, like refreshing aftertaste as well. But definitely nice and light bodied. Super crushable, very drinkable, but just a little bit more full flavored. And like I said, just like a little bit more crafty, kind of like the aroma, a little bit more crafty on the flavor compared to like your typical cheap adjunct lager beer. For some reason, I think it's the malts. When you have like a crafty kind of corn lager, it gives off kind of like this like roasty note with the malts. I don't know if it's maybe just like the amount of flavor that you get from it, but I was kind of getting the same. It's a little reminiscent from like the No Mames by Tripping Animals. The malts are a little bit more prominent, and it creates like I said, like a little bit more of like a slightly roasty flavor. I don't want to say like smoky. It's kind of reminiscent of smoky, but it's not like actually like smoky. It's like just like a little bit more of like a roastiness to the malts. But overall, it's pretty dang good. I like it. $3.50 for a single can. So I mean, I would say yeah, it's kind of worth it. Every once in a while, is the flavor that much better than like $6 6-pack of Miller Lite? That's something that I might have to do a comparison of that day someday. Yeah, overall, I'm liking this and digging it, and yeah, I like the corn flavor. And like I said, it's got like a little bit of that like buttery diacetyl aspect to it. So yeah, whenever we get to it next time around, I'll have a number for this beer. So cheers.
Nice. Cheers. Cheers, Tanner. All right. You got miscellaneous.
Cheers, guys. So I'd say probably most people on the panel, because everybody knows where I live at, right? Florida. It's hot. It's tropical. Most everybody else is getting cool, nice weather. So, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I picked up a beer here from Hop Butcher for the World, and this is their Mega Dipped.
Ooh.
Not really Thanksgiving themed, but like I said, it's Florida, Thanksgiving, it's tropical. It's a shark.
All right.
Watch out, you might catch one swimming down the street, all the weather we've been having.
You never know.
Never know. Oh yeah, let me give you a little bit more. So yeah, Mega Dipped. This is a Amarillo, Citra, and Simcoe double IPA, 8%, canned on 10/25/22. Seen some people got a hold of this beer recently.
Don't worry, legendary Andrew. I'll let you know when I get it and we can do an examination. Or any of the Hot Butcher beers.
He's
Appreciate
worried. Woo.
it. The beer master's always on the case.
Yeah,
Public service announcement.
there you go.
That
Nice 3-finger, pretty tight knit, frothy looking head there. It's got a nice, I don't know. It looks more dark in the yeah, that's a better representation of it. What it looks like to me compared to way up here, and you're like, oh, that looks like OJ. It's a little bit darker. Yeah, looks pretty good. Opaque. You ain't seeing nothing through there. Yeah. Nice dank, citrusy, earthy, fresh pine. type of deal, resinous. Almost like gum. It's got like a cut lumber type of deal, you know, the good wood. That's what she said.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The good
Sorry, I had to bounce back from that somehow or another. It's terrible
Please
wording.
please be
Party
delicious.
wood and good wood. All right.
Please be
Yeah,
delicious.
it's got a little bit of a malty sweetness to it. Not bad for $5.99 for the can. Looks pretty good. I think Tanner's got the right idea. I think I could drink this on my plate too. You never know. Cheers.
Cheers. Please be delicious.
Cheers. Please be delicious.
Yes.
Don't be delicious. No, I mean,
Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble, Andrew, but be delicious.
Oh my god. Well, there goes the train of thought. Right up.
right out to Looniesville.
I will say it. The head is coming down a little bit rocky on this. It's starting to
There you
rock out.
Bravo.
Pretty light-bodied beer. I wouldn't even say this is medium. It's got a good carbonation to it. I'd say about medium as well. It's a little bit crispy. I don't mind that. Nice tropical fruit flavors of, I'd say, papaya, citrus. There's definitely a sweet fruit in there. It's hard to pick out. That's definitely not passion fruit. Almost a little peachy, which is good. It's got a nice floral, slightly zingy hoppiness to it. Really not offensive. Pretty easy drinking, a little bit more malty, sweet forward compared to the aromas, which were a little bit more hop heavy. I do, honestly, I could see myself like having a slice of pumpkin pie and drinking this, and I don't mix sweets and alcohol together at all, but it's good. Pretty good for what it is. I can't complain. Like I said, price was not out of this world. Pretty good beer. I'm gonna get some more thoughts on it, some closing thoughts, but I don't have any complaints right now. This is definitely more of like an average drinker for 8%. You don't get any alcohol aromas, no alcohol flavors. Hey, Dan, welcome in.
Dirty Dan.
Dan.
Yeah, not bad. So, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh, Andrew, you don't drink alcohol with your sweet alcohol with your foods at all when it comes to Thanksgiving or anything? You don't like drink
No, I
beer?
don't eat sweets and drink beer simultaneously
Oh, okay. Doesn't
at the
sound.
same time.
I got you putting down.
I'm not gonna be like, I know I got friends like that. They'll be like eating ice cream and drinking a beer. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I drink stouts with ice cream. You've seen me do that, Andrew.
I undereat. Moderation, Alan.
But Andrew, I've seen drinking.
But Alex.
Oh,
But Alex,
But Alex, it's Eric's turn.
Anyways,
all right, I'll shut up for a minute.
it's time to move on to.
All right. Cheers, Miss Lance. Thank you.
Cheers.
Miss.
Oh, Bumpy, you're bad.
Hello. All right. Thank you for stopping by Bumpy Road Brews. Cheers, Thompson.
Cheers.
Thompson. Forever, I will be known as Thompson. Or by 4 different names: Eric, Thomas Metal, Masters Reviews, a drummer Oxblood. All right. A super local brewery to me that's been around since 2014. I know nothing about this brewery. Beer Advocate. Untapped, I think it was, says, is it Untapped? I think so. I think they're like they do a 3-barrel capacity so far. So a very small nano brewery from the town of Abington in Massachusetts on the South Shore. This is called 10th District Brewing Company, and this is their ESB, a malt-driven English-style ale. I figure to have a little bit of a maltier beer for Thanksgiving, or to see how well this would pair with Thanksgiving. We're doing a smoked turkey at my brother's house, so I figure something with a little bit more maltiness and darker complexion would be really nice. I didn't want to go super dark and overpower food. I didn't want to go super rich and dense for a beer, but I wanted something along these lines that we're going to have a little bit of a nicer balance with the body of the beer too and the sweetness. So this is this is an English style ale that features the richness of malts over the bitterness of hops. 6%, no date on the can. Pale, Maris, Otter, Crystal, and Special Roast for the malts. And Challenger, Target, and Kent Goldings for your hops. And I'm going to put said beer in a Nonic pint glass from New Silence.
Okay.
So I've never had any beers from this brand, not that I know of. So we'll see what this is like. It did not pour the world's largest head whatsoever. Not really. One finger head, nice amber copper penny kind of look to it. It's a little bit more orangey toned in the light. It looks a little bit more like an iced tea on the camera. Again, one finger head. Popping and fizzing, definitely a off-white khaki looking head. So yeah, with the Maris Otter, you're definitely going to get more of that traditional kind of a malt base that you really want. The very malty tasting kind of a pale malt. And I'm smelling that one right away. Definitely some toasty brown bread. There's a tiny bit of a fruit. No, there's a moderate fruitiness to it, like a jam or like an apricot kind of a jam or marmalade to it. Has a jammy, fruity undertone to it. Maybe some rye in there a little bit. The diacetyl is in there, but I feel like it's pretty appropriate smelling for a ESB. I get those popcorn buttery notes, which I do like in the style, mixed with the caramel, the toffee, the maybe like a rye or a brown bread toastiness. It smells very toasty, fruity, and nutty. Traditionally hopped, maybe some kind of earthy bitterness, but I wouldn't really think hops over malts. And they're definitely, when they say it's got the richness of malts over the bitterness of hops, exactly correct. So on the nose, I feel like maybe not as clean as a Fuller's ESB, but this is the nose that I want for said style. Let's see what it tastes like.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Apologies in advance that you all probably will never see this beer.
Yeah. I had
Please be delicious.
a lot of strawberry notes
Please
to it.
be delicious.
There you go, Lizard. Tanner, you got it, brother.
You stop that, Tanner.
Craftbeer.com says you might, and I can see why. You might want the style at more 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. I can see why. I think colder, I can tell what it's going to be like when it warms up. I can just tell, but I think a little bit cooler, you're actually missing out on some of the sweeter, fruitier notes from the hops. But I can see why BuMpY would say a strawberry thing. I'm getting something like that in the background.
Yeah.
A lot of caramel and toffee malts, and then and then I'm getting like that diacetyl, cooked or like a buttery corn kind of a note. But I think it is appropriate in the style. It might have gone slightly overboard with that note, but I like that mixed in with the toffee and the caramel. There's definitely not raisin, but it's almost going in that raisiny direction. There's definitely a little bit of a rye spice, just a little bit in the background. There's definitely toasty brown bread or rye bread, something marmalade or like the apricot note. Sometimes I like to say if you took that rye bread with a little bit of butter, you put the marmalade jam on that, it does taste like that. This is doing what I wanted it to do for a turkey dinner with all the fixings and the turkey was done in the smoker box. There is a nice maltiness, maybe akin to a Vienna lager. I feel like this has a little bit more of a maltier kick than, say, the Brooklyn lager or the Sam Boston Lager. And I think this has a very similar cleanliness. So I wanted something that had some clean aspects to it in the back end. I wanted something that had a moderate amount of a maltiness that didn't go too far overboard in the roasty flavors. I didn't want it too rich or dense. It's got a light towards, it's got a light, practically medium body. There's a little bit of a pininess, actually. It's very crisp. I would say it's pretty clean. You're getting left with the buttery popcorn and the caramel toffee notes, which doesn't really bother me. It's still pretty clean, and it's super refreshing. I think with your dressing, your stuffing, your smoker box turkey, it's going to go really well. And if you have a nice robust roasted kind of a vegetable in there, or like a I don't know, what else would you eat? Say like a roasted Brussels sprout, that would go really good with this beer. So not the greatest ESB known to planet Earth. However, I think this is a perfect pairing for your roast or your smoker box turkey. Cheers.
Awesome. Cheers, Eric.
Nice Lacey.
As Alex would say if he was here, appreciate you.
Appreciate show. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, have a happy Thanksgiving. Hey, it's Beerman's turn.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hello.
I want to meet you.
Won't you get that?
I have one. It's kind of like winter theme more though, because it's called the Winter Ale. It's it's an Imperial Winter Ale at 8%. It's got pine cones, and it's kind of the transitional time period, you know, Thanksgiving to Christmas. Kind of becomes colder for everyone, and it's in a white can, so it's snow, and you know, and it's a warmer, so awesome. These guys are from Fremont, from Seattle, greatest place on the earth. And 10/19/22, so a month old. Served in my Guinness glass because I ran out of them. They broke.
Oh, damn.
My other glasses. Yeah, nice reddish copper on the pour. Holy moly. 2-finger head. Not good retention there. Nice foamy tan colored head. Opaque. Cannot see through it. It is Dirty Glass Mafia. It does have a reddish kind of brown hue. Oh, yeah, there we go. Right there, I get the nice ruby garnet kind of like thingy thing. Yeah, nice. Smell it. That's nice. That's got a nice little roasted touch, little toast, a little sweet. I guess a sweet caramel or something. It's really hard to get it in the glass for some reason. I think my glass, like BuMpY-'s glass the other day on his review, just made the whole world go wrong. This is much better out of the can. Sweet. It's actually got somewhat of a citrus, like an orange. There's a bit of spice. There's pepper, black pepper, and a little caramel in there. I almost want to say I'm almost getting like a black licorice, almost like sort of. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, let's drink it. It's time to drink. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah, that tastes like that's a better jump up from like Jubal Ale. It's better, way better. It's a little sweeter. It's tart, it's tangy. It does have a sweetness, like I said, sweeter, but it also has a tart, tangy kind of thing. Kind of like tangy fruit or something. It's got like a weird, like a tangy plum or something in the back, on the sides of the cheeks, sides of the tongue. Dry finish, medium body. You're getting a little bit of like a cherry caramel or some kind of weird thing going on there. The mouthfeel is very smooth and just goes on very nice on the tongue. and the flavors. It's very I'm not gonna say creamy, damn it. It's smooth though. It's got a nice feel to it, silky. Good lacing on there. Yeah, that plummy cherry in the finish, and it dries off. No alcohol, no nut whatsoever. It's very hidden. Carbonation is medium low, and just has a very good. I'd like to brew one of these. Cheers! This is good. Right on.
Cheers, beer man.
Cheers.
Thanks, Bum.
All right, now we move on over to the other half.
We all lost that bet.
The other half of FLX.
Alex, by any chance, do you have a whole turkey on that plate?
No, it's a bagel sandwich. I'm hungry, and I haven't had.
Did you put it in the air fryer?
Nope, it's already been made from yesterday from my uncle. Cheesesteak bagel sandwich.
All right.
Oh,
cheers to Dan.
Time for Dan.
What's up,
Bobby,
fellas?
you know this guy?
Cheers.
What's up, bud?
Cheers.
All right. So today I have a beer from the BuMpY company, and this is their Deadfall. It's a vanilla chocolate and pumpkin pie stout, and 10%, 10.7% ABV. Excuse me. Canned on 10/14/2022, and I can't quite make out what it says on the bottom because it's all jacked up.
It says you should have shared me with Mike.
Actually, no, I just made it out. It says "Get fucked, nerd." Other than that, yeah.
Those nerds are getting a bad rap.
All right. So I got a pumpkin beer. I'm not too happy about it, but it fits the theme, pumpkin pie. So we'll go from there. Of course, stouts always have to be overfilled. Why not?
Maybe it won't taste like pumpkin there, damn. You never know.
Oh, it probably will.
Wishful thinking. All right, so when I was pouring it out, it didn't look as dark as it does now. It was actually poured out pretty brown, and actually you could see through it a lot. If I hold it up to the light down towards the bottom of the glass, you can definitely see through. It's like the coppery kind of amber, but collectively it's pretty dark. Less than a finger's worth ahead, kind of dissipating rather quickly. I don't know if that's due to like all the adjuncts or additives or whatever. So yeah, sort of cold. I didn't get a chance to take it out when I wanted to take it out, but it was in my beer fridge. It's about 44 degrees, give or take. So, oh dear Lord.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Yep, it's pumpkin. It's pumpkin, all right. Lots of pumpkin. Smells like more pumpkin spice than anything. I'm not really picking up on. I guess the vanilla is there. Chocolate, maybe like a dark chocolate, baker's chocolate. I guess you're getting a little graham, like cracker, like the crust, if you will. Honestly, the pumpkin spice is kind of just overpowering everything, unfortunately. Oh, the things I do for this craft beer game. All right, well, hopefully this doesn't take me out. Cheers.
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 I can't do any more pumpkin beers, bro. I already went back on my word.
It's good.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. You're actually getting like a sweet vanilla with a little bit of roasted chocolate. Kind of covers up that pumpkin spice a little bit.
Nice.
I don't know if there's lactose in here. I don't know if they say.
Vanilla.
Why would they? Sorry, I'm just in the mood. It's just the pumpkin beer. It's like the only one I could find that's like, oh, okay, it fits. And Just makes me angry on the inside.
Our food pairing.
It's very sweet and syrupy and like sticky. It's not like thin at all. Full bodied, creamy mouthfeel. Warming, you can tell it's a bigger ABV. It's not so bad once you get acclimated, actually. I won't buy it again, I don't think. But it honestly tastes like if somebody took a slice of pumpkin pie and chilled it with and melted chocolate on top and chilled that, and then put like the whipped cream on it or whatever. That's almost what it tastes like. Honestly, Poppy would probably love this. Joe would go freaking bananas over it.
Oh, put bananas with it.
Poppy used Alex's favorite word, creamed.
Yeah, it's what it says it is. I the only thing I would like more out of it, I would like more of like the pastry-esque of like the crust of the pie to be more apparent. I don't know how they could do that, but I don't know. Maybe dump 50 more pumpkin pies into it.
Or graham flavor.
Yeah, a graham flavor. That would go really well,
What's
actually.
the ABV on that legendary Dan?
10.7.
Oh, nice.
We'll get
10.7.
you to where you need to go.
Perfect.
Does it say natural? Or is it say natural or artificial flavor?
It just says vanilla, chocolate, and pumpkin pie.
Doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Sometimes they do. I just want this is what random stuff in the dark.
I guess what they'll give me something to do while Bumpy does his beer, and we get to the free for all. I will find out if it's lactose, if it's fake, if it's real, if it's better as it warms.
I'm knocking all the artificial stuff. But
I'm knocking anything with pumpkin in it, son. Come on. All right.
Hey, Dan. I never had that beer, but guess what? I had that feeling that maybe you would like it better if it didn't have that pumpkin taste, even though it's a pumpkin beer. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Kind of like when I like
All
coffee.
right, Bumpy.
Coffee flavors.
I'm done.
All
Sorry,
right, cheers,
Dan.
Dan. Thanks.
Cheers.
All right.
Legendary Bumpy.
Damn deers.
Oh dear. All right. So my beer just came out last week, or I just received it in my neck of the woods last week. So I definitely feel it's a holiday beer. They do something special every year around this time of year. This comes from Guinness. This is out of their Open Gate Brewery out of Baltimore, Maryland, which that was the first genetically created turkey was out of Baltimore, Maryland.
He knows everything.
Hey.
It's absolute bullshit. I lied to you, Alex.
Got him.
But this is this one is called Old Fashioned Inspired Ale. It is an ale aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels with orange and cherry, and it comes in at 10.8% ABV.
Nice.
And yeah, some of those things would go into like making like the brine and stuff, the turkey. You know, I'm going to use apple juice and possibly some oranges. I might slice up a couple oranges.
I've never had
I
that.
definitely think old fashioned is definitely of the Thanksgiving. I could see that working real well.
I've had Guinness, but I never had that beer from Guinness. At least not yet.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing it. Last year this time of year they came out with that thin mint one.
Yes.
It was like a chocolate mint.
4 packs right now, the old fashioned.
Stuff's expensive and not that.
Nowadays,
I haven't had a good time with any of this products.
All right.
Cherry red.
Well, it's got a rocky white head. It is a kind of copper amber colored beer. It's very, very clear. Let's get some aromas.
Looks really good.
Lots of vanilla from the barrel aging. So it's like vanilla and wood. That's the first thing I get. Well, along with a little burpee hiccup thing. Yeah, it's rich. I can see the cherry. It's almost like a syrup. There's a lot of sweetness on the nose. It's like a cherry vanilla syrup with wood notes. I am not getting the orange.
Well, maybe we'll get.
But
maybe
seems to be plenty of malt sweetness or whatever's right up front there with all that. So, cheers.
Cherry cordial, maybe.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And please be delicious.
Cheers, Bobby.
Please be delicious.
Cherry's hard to brew with, if you ask
As
me.
Tanner always says.
Odd flavor.
Yeah, it's cherry forward. It's cherry right up front. There's just kind of this heavy malt sweetness. Then there's a lot of the vanilla and wood flavors kind of finish it off. I mean, to say that it tastes like it was barrel aged in a bourbon barrel, no, it tastes like it was barrel aged in an oak barrel that hasn't been used, and then they put in a bunch of artificial vanilla.
Oh,
Is kind of what the taste is.
kind of like abstract.
It's loaded. It's loaded with vanilla. It's cherry and vanilla, and lots of malt.
Does it taste like an abstract vanilla or a real vanilla legendary BuMpY?
It kind of tastes like it's either drawn from the barrel or it's artificial, like a fake vanilla flavoring. It almost gives it like a cream soda vibe. That flavor's in there. Yeah. Sweetness is kind of like maybe caramel type notes out of the malt. It's not like super bready to me. It's just on the sweeter side. I could see like a touch of like maybe an orange bitter. There's just that touch of bitterness with the sweetness, that touch right on the tail end. And I kind of see that as being like an orange bitter for like making an old fashioned. 10% ABV. And the 10.9%, whatever it is, 10.8%. I don't know. There's a little bit of a burn on the back of the tongue. Say there's a little touch of an alcohol presence on the flavor, just a hair. Yeah, I think Founders did a better job when they did their Highball Drifter one, because that was made after an old fashioned as well. So, yeah,
You're probably, I hands down, I guarantee you're right.
yeah. Well, my palate's telling me I'm right. So, yeah, this is. I mean, I'll have a score eventually, but yeah, continue to drink, and I'll see if I can't find anything else, if I have anything else to mention on it. But yeah, I bought a 4-pack last week, and this is my first one out of that 4-pack. Obviously, it's new brew, so all right. I don't know. It might make for like an okay like starter beer or a finishing beer.
Not a meal beer.
End the night on a high note. Palate's wrecked. All right.
There you go. That's the best time to drink that kind of stuff. Beer.
Yeah.
The 10.8.
Let's get the free for all. Free for all.
Free for all.
Those products like that specific, when those Guinness bottles come out, they're spendy here, and I've got burnt on. What was the big one that set me off from them was that gingerbread stout that they made that looked like a brown ale. If you could have maybe called it a porter if you were pushing it, but like I don't know. I think I've tried two The adjunct ones I didn't like. I think I had some kind of just regular stout from them, or it was like an old stock ale or something that was actually really good. But other than that, I just they turned me off.
I've
Very
found all the
weary, I guess.
answers.
To buy.
I found all the answers to that beer
Did you call Joe?
that I drank.
Did you?
I
Hey, Poppy Eats.
I did call Joe. I did. I did Telegram, Morse code, you name it, smoke signals. Unfortunately, he's still digging himself out of Buffalo, so he can't.
Why did he ever climb inside of Buffalo, anyways?
Yeah.
It was warm.
So
That's a good.
it says, I will say, as this is warming, it's getting a little bit better. It's very thick and sweet and just overtly cloying to the point where
Chore to drink.
yeah, it's killing my palate. Really, it's I mean, it's supposed to be a dessert style stout, so I mean, I guess I got to give it a high score based on what they say it is.
Right.
But anyways, it's comprised of 7 different malts brewed with cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, ginger, and cold conditioned on vanilla, cocoa nibs, graham cracker, and marshmallow. And yes, it does contain milk sugar.
Wow. Jeez.
All
That's
right,
complex as all hell.
that's expensive beer to make right there.
Yeah. Jeez.
I paid for the can $5 and
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
For the ABV on that, I would have picked it up just on a whim.
I don't know. I'm not ready to rate it yet, but I just wanted to put that information out there.
This is definitely a lot more malty, sweet, tropical than I was expecting. I'm gonna say that with the additions of like the Simcoe and Amarillo. So we all know Citra, that old crutch everybody uses.
That old grot. Andrew.
What it is, the solid Citra and everything. But I like it. I don't know. I kind of got the old bait and switch on the nose. You know what I mean? You're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be nice, and then not that I'm knocking that, it's a little bit more on the sweet side, fruitier, but
Yeah,
I've had some really good IPAs in the past few weeks, and I'm just like,
but that's what New England IPA is supposed to taste like. It's supposed to taste a little bit sweet, legendary Andrew. I mean, unless it's not New
not
England.
all of them.
All right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, you have New England IPAs that are more on the piney side and more hop forward compared to. It doesn't always have to be like malty sweet,
True that.
passion fruit, and whatever kind of else you want to jam in there. Typically orange, with Citra.
Yeah, that would make it sweet. Exactly.
But more candy, more to the candy fruit hop. Like I said, just by the two, the Amarillo and the Simcoe, I was just kind of caught off guard. The flavors are there from the hops, but like I just thought it was going to be a little bit more of a bitter beer. Yeah, it's not bad. I like the double pepperoni better.
Alcohol free grisette.
That sounds like a fail.
Yeah. Your efficiency was wrong on that one.
Oh,
Should add some alcohol in that thing.
Yeah,
Drury's, that's a very common beer brand in Australia.
that's right. I want an all Citra, non-alcoholic smash beer.
Yeah, you can smash it in fast. Right. ESB. I'm drinking an
Smash it
ESB,
all night
everybody.
long.
That's 10th District, a really local 3-barrel brewing capacity place in South Shore of Massachusetts in Abington. I was trying to think about beer advocate because I haven't really been using that website since forever, and what kind of a rating and numbers you would give it. I would say like you're at a 4 out of 5 on the aroma. It's really a good, solid. You would definitely be able to tell some kind of an English style bitter on the nose. It definitely has all your classic caramel, toffee, bready, toasty notes, some of the diet Beatles in there, but it's completely appropriate, I think, as far as that buttery note and how it's mingling with the malty flavors. It's a little bit of a pininess, even when you drink it. You're getting the same kind of a thing in the taste. a little bit of a citrusy note. There's a little bit of like a graininess, and I'm noticing a little bit of a graininess mixed with the diacetyl as it finishes, but it's pretty clean for the most part. Other than that, I think that's kind of a weird off-putting note to a certain degree. Yeah, and it finishes on a little bit of the minerally, watery side. Yeah, I don't think that's the can. I think that might be the actual water note, but I'm not detecting, except for like a little bit of like earthy bitterness, or maybe a little bit of like a grassy note to it. I'm not really detecting much of a bitterness. And as they say on the can, it's an English style ale that features the richness of malts over the bitterness of hops, and richness I think is not a stretch, but I think richness is in general terms as opposed to its bitterness. It is more rich, malty forward. It's a nice light, even at 6%. It's a nice light, easygoing beer with enough of a malt complexion and a crisp cleanliness to get you through turkey, whether it's roasted or you're doing the smoker style. Get you through some of the dressing, the stuffing, the gravy. It'll work good with some roasted vegetables. I mean, like a 3.5 out of 5 is probably a good rating. So if I gave that an 85, I think that would be completely warranted for the beer. It's not a bad beer. It wasn't really that much money, and I think it's got easy enough flavors that go with the meal. So to detect. So not crazy, not the best, but certainly not the worst beer. So like 3.5 out of 5, 85. Yeah.
Perfect amount of diacetyl though, like it's not
Yes,
overdone. It's
definitely, and it's
it's
clean enough in the background that there's not any residual malt sugars or anything. Which again, I didn't want anything that was too overly roasty or too dark, where it was too dense of a beer. I wanted something that had a little bit of roasty flavors or toasty flavors to go with the meal that had some cleanliness. So when I saw an ESB, I thought that could really work well with the Thanksgiving meal.
sounds good with turkey, dude. It does really.
Yep.
Yep.
85. I would buy that again. I would.
Well, I got the sludge off the bottom of the can, and I think I found the bitter.
My favorite part of those beers. The fruitiest part.
Well, all right. Cool.
Going once, going twice.
The prop circles was pretty dang good. It was like it was very reminiscent to the mass hole I had by Wormtown. It wasn't as like the when you have the mass hole Wormtown corn lager. That is like straight diacetyl buttery corn. Yeah, it was like straight buttery corn, that maple. I really like that though. I would probably put that over this one. I would definitely buy the Massful over this one. But this one is definitely, it's like a cross between that beer and the No Mames by Tripping Animals. Like I said, it has a little bit more of that maltiness to the point where it's like almost somewhat roasty, and it kind of gives off like a little bit of like kind of going towards the smoky flavor without being like actually smoky. But it was really good. It was super crushable. I could see myself drinking a 4-pack of these very easily. Did you guys throw out numbers? You guys throw out numbers? I'll give the Proc Circles by Proclamation Ale Company. I'll give it a 93. I think there was definitely some uniqueness to the beer for just being a corn lager, and it was very enjoyable for what it was. A little spendy for a corn lager, but like I said, I think the this one was like $3.50 for a single can, so that's what $14 for a 4-pack. Kind of spendy for a corn lager. I think the Mass Hole by Wormtown Brewery is like $10 for a 4-pack, and I would much rather have the Wormtown Brewery one over this. I would definitely rate that one higher. So overall, though, not bad. I could see a lot of people enjoying this. And it's funny when people like you take like a such a simplistic style. You really ramp it up. You know, something like a corn lager. It's like how much different can a corn lager really taste like? You know, and then you have something like this or the No Mame Stripping Animals or the Wormtown one.
Dry hop cream ale.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's
Yummy.
like they literally just took a style and they just kind of ramped it up to be completely different. And well, the other thing is that they use better quality adjuncts and they use a little bit more adjuncts, so it kind of ramps up that flavor and just makes it taste better, you know.
Yeah. Cool.
Nice. Has Alex given us 100 yet?
No.
No, I was listening to everybody else and doing my thing, and my brother
What?
messaged me. I'm going to be having
You
dinner.
were
now.
preoccupied, I see.
Yes, I was. Well, let's give this one more taste, shall we, Legendary Bumpy?
For the first taste, whoa.
A few moments later.
It's a very good beer. I like the taste. It's very tasty. Again, I'm looking forward to possibly drinking some more gingerbread beers for the Legendary Bumpy show, and also for Alex and friends and all that crazy stuff, and also Christmas beers and stuff. So I'm looking forward to trying all these beers for the next month, which will be for these next couple weeks, and looking forward to it. And I'm going to give this beer. Great flavor, great spice, great. It just has a great flavor. This is my second can tonight. This is not too bad now since it's fresh on, a little, older on the palate, meaning it's, still delicious regardless, but it's much better now. I'm gonna give this beer a 95. 95. It should get 100, but I'm not going to do that. Everything can't be 100.
Why should it get 100?
But again,
The master has spoken.
as I said before, it all depends on the brain. This is very delicious. It's good enough for a 95 or a little lower and all that. But it all depends on the beer. Like if like a New England IPA cream, New England IPA oat cream, I would give that. I don't remember if I gave it 100, but either way, that one deserves it. And some beers deserve it. This kind of deserves it, but like I said, you gotta give room. It all depends on my brain and on your guys' brains too. So it all depends on the mind. So get this beer. It's a 95. Let me know what you think of it and see if you can get it. Again, according to Legendary Andrew and all that, it is from Virginia or whatever. So if you can get it, please check it out and let me know what you think of it. And let me, I'm trying to show the can. I'm like waving it around. So if you can get this, let me know what you think of it. And that's it. And then I'll do my shouts and stuff like that whenever the time may be. Appreciate it.
Sweet.
All right.
Thank you, Lizard.
What's next? You want me to go?
Go for it.
Might as well, Bumpy. I mean, your man.
Man, not Bumpy.
One of the bees. One of the bees.
So-
Two bees.
No, this isn't bad. This is really good. Very well balanced. It's got a nice warm. As it warms up, it gets a nice and more inviting with the alcohol. You can feel the warming. It's quite nice. It doesn't burn the throat or anything. It's really good. Good mouthfeel, good body, good finish, nice dry finish. Somewhat sweet, somewhat salty, somewhat sour. It's got some nice fruit, plum and cherry flavors in there. I'm going to give this a for Fremont. Fremont's great, man. I really like Fremont. They put out some really good IPAs, actually, some good Westies, but and some good New Englands. But I'm going to give this a 9.3 out of 10. Oh, that would be my score in Beer Man, but 93 out of 100. You'll say that works better. Yeah, cheers.
Pro.
So,
Cheers.
Cheers.
I guess I'll rate this now. I've let it warm up all the way. personal rating, I give it a 3. For what the beer is, I'd give it like a 4.25. I still think it's somewhat of a muddled, sweet mess. There's not like a complexity to where like each ingredient kind of pops in its own different way. At the end of the day, it just kind of gets too sweet. And just if somebody's got a sweet tooth and they love like pumpkin stuff, you'd probably like it. But I don't know. Getting through a whole can, I feel like I got a second job at this point. Like that's how I feel.
Dan, you're awesome. One day you'll realize that.
It is what it is. I'm glad I tried it. But you know,
And they're glad you tried it too.
yeah. Cheers, guys.
Give them a few extra cents.
Cheers, Nad.
You know, BuMpy, I have a suggestion. I have a suggestion, and it's a good suggestion. I think Legendary Dan and Legendary Mike should be in the same room during these shows on Monday.
Oh,
Just saying. It's gonna be a good idea.
Fun fact: about 4 hours ago, me and Mike were in the same room, Alex.
Well, maybe we can make that happen. Maybe in a couple weeks or whenever you can do it. Be cool on a Monday. That'd be badass.
Photos or it didn't happen.
We got videos, so it did happen.
timestamp that
It
photo.
is proof. I'm always thinking Lincoln. It's just a suggestion, Legendary Dan. You don't have to do it, but I think it's a good idea. Once in a blue moon.
Has anybody been thinking of
A little spoiler for Tanner, by the way. Millions of peaches for me.
Okay.
But Dan, did you hear me? I want to see that happen on a Monday. I want to see you guys in together. It'd be cool. I think. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. I'm going to
I
give
won't
mine a 36 out of 50.
I won't forget either, Dan.
Oh, it's just good.
Oh, did you say
Yeah.
36?
36.
Yeah,
That's out of 50, not 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
still not
in,
good.
in the good category. It's like nothing special. Like I said, I much rather would have had the founders one. They did a much better job with creating something that was more close to an old fashioned. It had definitely better barrel aged notes.
That was
to
a
it
good
than
beer.
this does.
Legendary BuMpy. That was a good beer.
They have new logos and
This
stuff
tastes
now.
this tastes almost like that Kentucky Ale Company where they are there. Made it, you know.
Lexington.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
kind
not
of
a
thin.
fan of their
It's kind of thin on the flavor, except for the vanilla and the cherry note. Yeah. Anybody else have anything else to say before?
Yeah, I got to score because I didn't score yet. I will say this. Like I said, when I first opened it, it had a nice piney, dank, resinous smell to it. Wheat bread, malty mist, slight citrus. It's light-bodied yet feathery mouthfeel. Slight citrus pith, orange, grapefruit, earthy papaya, peach. Slight bitterness. It's not overwhelming. Semi-dry finish, no alcohol. So, in consensus, more malty, sweet, and fruity compared to the nose. Easy drinking, lighter crisp. Like I said, I did get some of the dregs off the bottom of the can, swirled them in. Did find the bitterness there, just a little bit. It's got a nice hoppy, it brings out the earthy hoppiness a little bit more, which I do enjoy. And I like this, that their settlement actually settles so nicely all in one spot instead of just like floating around in the whole domicile. You know what I mean? Can't argue with that. That's not bad. So, I don't know. Honestly, I've had better IPAs than this recently. It's not bad. I'd probably stick it at like a 91. It doesn't blow my socks off. It is very tasty. It's good. But just it's not up that high yet. You know, it's not. I definitely, I can guarantee you this company's got a lot better products out there. This one just not hitting it all the way for me. Like I said, I had that. What was it? The double pepperoni the other day, I think it was. And I've enjoyed that a lot. That was very, very good beer. But I guess everybody's palate's different from the hazy New England look style.
Andrew, did you see double pepperoni meeting from Hot Bush, right?
Nope. On my pizza.
Oh,
Hey.
damn it! Got confused.
Yeah, it's from Hup. What's your
Food.
You know, I can't.
You
wait
know
to-
everything.
I do. I'm always thinking Lincoln. Cheers.
But yeah, I'm going to stick it at, what did I say, 90, 92, 91?
I don't know.
I'm going to go, I can't even remember what I said 2 seconds. Yeah, let's go, I'm going to go 91.
That's my fault.
Which is still pretty good because, like I said, 95 is like you're breaking the precipice into like the world class domicile. So it's not bad, but it's not quite there for me. Anyways,
Yeah.
cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
All right. Well, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna have Tanner said he had a question for the panel.
Not a bad buy though for $6 a can. I will say.
We'll flip it like that.
Got some other stuff that's very expensive. It's been floating around.
Beers are expensive anymore anyway, but hey, you just gotta take the best of it.
Cha-ching. Yep. But worth it.
Are we ready for the question?
Yeah.
You have one?
Yeah. Am I going?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Tanner's got one.
What is your favorite food or beverage at Thanksgiving time?
Oh, what the? Beer?
On Thanksgiving.
We going in order?
Favorite food?
Or beverage.
Deviled eggs, Doug.
Got
Oh,
it.
Have like a food
Done.
or have
Done.
like your favorite drink or like your favorite alcoholic drink or maybe your favorite food at Thanksgiving.
Deviled eggs, deviled eggs, deviled eggs. Side of deviled eggs.
Without the shells.
Do you have a favorite
Yeah,
beverage?
definitely.
Other half.
God, he's an other half guy just like me.
Hey, so am I, man. I've
Other half
In all
beer review.
seriousness, I do like to open up Bourbon County Thanksgiving.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Too.
Okay. Alex?
Well, my favorite drink sometimes could be, Captain Morgan and a soda. Or if I don't feel like drinking anything, it'll just be water or beer, like a Miller Lite or something if I'm not in the mood to drink craft beer with the food. So that's my assumption on that. I mean,
What's your favorite food though?
but my favorite food though,
Yeah.
well, last year I'll tell you, macaroni and cheese and ham, and I sometimes eat the turkey. I'm not a big turkey person, but I do eat my turkey sometimes too. The stuff's good. Some, it depends on my sister making the stuff. It's delicious. I'm just not a big turkey fan, but I will eat some turkey, and I'll eat some ham and then lots of macaroni and cheese. It's just enough. When we'll see what happens when I go to my sister's this week. Maybe I'll do a what's it called again? A community tab picture. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe
That'll be nice.
So
Nice.
and I'll see you guys do that same thing on your channels. That'll be badass. I appreciate you. Cheers.
Cheers out.
Cheers. Yeah. So for me, well, it's tough for me to say I have a favorite food, really. What I enjoy mostly is like when the spread comes out, like the pre-meal, the crackers and the cheese and all the salamis and stuff like that. I enjoy nibbling on all that while all the other food is cooking, and you just get the waft of all the mix of the different foods. But I guess if I had to name one thing, it's gonna be the turkey on the plate when that's done, as long as it's done right. I have had some bad turkeys in my day.
Dry turkey.
Too dry, no real flavor. Yeah. And then after that would be the sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Drink. It's beer. Typically drinking beer. And I do pick up one beer in particular to make sure I have every Thanksgiving, and that is the Hop Slinger from Henniker Brewing Company. It's an
But if I
IPA.
remember correctly, you said you don't like that much anymore because it changed, didn't it?
Anymore, yeah.
No, I said I wish it was still in. I mean, it doesn't have the same, like when I first started buying it, it was like, oh, wow, because I was just getting into craftier beers back then.
True that.
But yeah, they put them in cans now. It used to come in the bomber bottles. It would have like a cool like cartoon picture of like a police officer carrying a hop.
Wow.
It was cool.
That's
But,
Bring back the bottle.
A
Bring
lot
back
of
the
brands
bottle.
had those bomber bottles. Even just
The way I see it, I don't.
the bomber bottles was really cool.
I don't want to rub Bumpy,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying. I think they should pick up the bottles and the cans, whatever you want, whatever you choose. That's the way I see it. I don't know.
Cans are probably
I'm
more
gonna shut up.
expensive.
Right. Well, that's my answer. On to
Here's our
miscellaneous.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. I said it already. I'm with Dan, bro. Deviled eggs.
Oh, really?
That's like the staple. Like if I get there and there ain't no deviled eggs, I'm gonna be pissed off. As soon as I get there. Yeah, that's like, so good. Like I said, when I did, I would always make, because I would make the deviled eggs here, and then we'd take them. But like I would always make extra filling because my buddy's mom always brings ham, and there's leftover ham. Use that, make ham sandwich instead of like mayo. So good, the deviled egg, the yolk mix. Anyways, beer wise, honestly, I go hang out with my buddy. I just bring a spread. Typically, I will bring something of a one higher end product, but it's not really a specific one. I think maybe this year I'll bring my 2018 wheat wine from Bourbon County. Crack that open on Thanksgiving.
I don't think I ever had the wheat wine. That must have been years ago.
Oh, that one was good.
It's 2018, and then Alex, we did the Caramella.
Right, we did do that. We did do that a couple months and months ago. Yeah, we did do that. Mm-hmm. A year ago, yes.
You've had some wheat wines. Anyways, yeah, I typically just bring a spread because you don't get burnt out. You don't bring a bunch of IPAs, toast your palate. I kind of just I'll start lighter and then just work my way into the heavier stuff as the night progresses. Yep. Typically. In traditional fashion.
And Andrew, and that was the one you said you're gonna love it, and I did love the crap out of it. You did say that.
I had it before we did it, and it was, yeah.
Right, and you told me you knew I was gonna love it, and you were right.
Wow. All right. My turn. I just bought a 4-pack of we were talking about that recently, the Mayflower Brewing Company's Thanksgiving Ale. And I hadn't bought it in a couple of years for whatever reason, and just maybe wanted to try other things. But I definitely bought it this year. And I don't know if that's going to go at Thanksgiving, but I mean, at some point, that just seems like the right thing. I think it's more of an old ale style. I forget what the ABV is. It's not super light, nor is it like mind-bogglingly heavy, but kind of like more like your spices and your darker fruity malty notes. So that's something that's going to be that typically I would have, and typically with some relatives I would do a beer tasting, but some of those people have gone this way and that way with their families or whatever. So it's typically whatever. I mean, I think I'm with miscellaneous for the most part, where you kind of want to work up to either the bigger beers, or you really want to save whatever the bigger one is for the end of the night. What do I look most forward to? I mean, this year, the last 2 years here is going to be that smoked turkey. So we're looking forward to that, but you can't go wrong with a good stuffing, or sometimes we have like a jalapeno cranberry sauce. That's really good.
Well, that sounds good. That's probably more spicier than the original.
Yeah, and that would go good with an ESB to have something a little malty, a little bit sweet, and a little bit crisp and clean in the background to reset the palate. So, yeah, those are my kind of answers. I'm more of a of a carbohydrates kind of guy, I guess. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. That's my answer for you. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, cheers, man. Man, that was really hard to answer because I can't just like name one food. Yams and marshmallow stuff, you know, I like all that. I like that. That's my favorite. I love yams and stuff. Stuffing with turkey, the cranberry with the turkey. I love cranberry and turkey. My God, I just like turkey. I like Thanksgiving meals, man. I like everything. The green bean casserole,
Yeah.
of course, the deviled
Ooh,
eggs.
yeah.
You know, those are good for the
Yeah, man.
appetizers.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Yeah. While I'm waiting, though, you know, good appetizer while I'm waiting with the Nipah or Westie. You know, I sometimes might go to like a deeper stout. You know, something a little more richer with my wife. You know, get a little buzz going on and chill. You know, pumpkin pie. We can't forget about pumpkin pie. Or any other pie like cherry pie or apple pie with the cream, of course. You know what I'm saying? No, it's too hard to name one food, man. But that's a good question. That's a great question. Cheers.
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 No, wait a minute. That's wrong.
Is it me now?
It's you now.
Is it me you're looking for?
So my favorite food, I would say, is my mom does sweet potatoes with the marshmallows. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
sweet potatoes with the marshmallows. So that is definitely my favorite. As far as like the beverages, I'd say soda product, Sprite cranberry.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then for like a beer, would be a good old Miller Lite.
Oh,
And for like a beverage to kind of wrap up the night would be just any type of like lower ABV bourbon, like 40-45%.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah, pretty simple answers, but yeah, definitely the sweet potatoes with the marshmallows baked on top is definitely my favorite food.
Sweet potatoes, not yams. Yeah. That shit's good, dude.
I was thinking about it the whole time I was listening to you guys, and you guys are like kind of throwing off my answers. I'm like, oh yeah, that is really good. Somebody said green bean casserole, and I was like, oh, I might use that. Oh, that is.
My wife hates green bean casserole. She refuses every year to make it.
Very good.
I keep telling her, I'm like,
What?
well, because one year, like we had Brandon and Trish over for Thanksgiving.
I like green beans and I like French.
And
Very
Trish
Brandon.
brought a green bean casserole
Yeah.
that she made. It was really good. So I was just like, yeah, we can do the green bean casserole.
I like mushrooms.
I like
It's not dreaming much.
I like the screaming cream and mushrooms.
I like turtles.
I like turtles and badgers.
Your homework assignment is to eat pumpkin pie.
Yeah, what the hell, puppy?
You know what you should do? You should get a pumpkin pie from McDonald's.
that stuff's good too. Legendary BuMpy.
Or not. You don't even have to go pumpkin. If you're weird about the pumpkin, go get you a nice Patty LaBelle sweet potato pie.
Patty LaBelle.
So moist. Mm-hmm.
I like all the innards of the turkey, like the
Oh,
liver and the
whoa.
heart and the.
All right. So now it's time to do your shout outs, your promos. But please, if you're going to be shouting out other channels, try to keep it to a maximum. I'm sorry.
Ballbuster BuMpy
I
again.
almost messed that up.
No, he's serious about that.
Alex almost
I
had
know.
me. Oh, yeah, say minimum. I'm doing 19.
Ballbuster.
The maximum of 2. Just so we don't sit here all night.
Ballbuster.
Starting
He's serious.
with Tanner.
But
It's off the bottom. Tanner, go ahead.
Shout outs for me. Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be doing a tier list of light beers. So it's a pre-created tier list, and it's a bunch of light beers, and there's not as many options as the brewery, the craft breweries. So we'll have a little bit more time to have some discussion of these light beers. And yeah, it's all fun, just grab a beer, hop on the panel, hang out. We'll talk about what light beer is better than the other. I mean, it's all completely your own opinion. Some people like other beers over others. And there are some beers that just aren't as good as others. I don't know. Light beers is one of the harder ones because I feel like depending on how you grew up and blah blah blah, you might have a different opinion on them. But yeah, join in Wednesday 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to do a tier list on light beers, and then shout outs to other people. I just recorded a beer review from Joe from the Beer Patrol, so go check him out.
Legendary Joe.
It's Mortalis beer. It was the Hydra. Blueberry, tangerine, mango. So make sure you go check out Joe from the Beer Patrol. Awesome dude. Very knowledgeable. Very fun to watch. Definitely go check out Joe.
Oh, I think I had that BuMpy.
And also go check out Keith from 93 Lumber. Great reviewer. He's been going live with his buddy. And yeah, he's giving me a few beers that I've been reviewing and I've been shouting them out. So go check out Keith 93 Lumber. Spell that. So leave it at that. Cheers.
Cheers, Tanner. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. Is there anything that you would like to share with the class, Dan?
Was it Dan?
For the foreseeable future, we'll have a video releasing every day, taking one day off a week, probably Sundays, Saturday or Sundays. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, we've got quite the backlog. I feel bad because we've gotten some beer mails, and
Well, you've been up in your ass now, Gators.
You jumped in the gun to put those videos out, and then you got other content.
Yeah, I feel bad. So to anyone who sent out a beer mail, sorry if it's not getting out in a timely fashion.
Hey, Dan.
The hard part about doing reviews as a duo, you got to depend on another schedule and yada, yada, yada. So,
And also, you have a kid to take care of and a wife to take care of. That's how it goes, Lizard Dan. Appreciate you.
Wow.
I guess I'd like to shout out Joe Sagala over at Joe's Arcade. Go check him out. He's living the lager life, the Pilsner life, macro life right now. Yeah, we actually sent him off a box of Jenny Crushers. So yeah, go check him out.
Oh.
Also, you know what? It's Paul from PA Brew News. He's been uploading some videos lately. He kind of went dormant there for a while, but he's got some content coming out. He shaved, so that's kind of weird.
I did see that.
Seeing him without the beard and all that. So yeah, if you want to see Paul looking weird without a beard, yeah.
He had a Polish wine video.
So, yep. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, me.
Nope.
Well, Food Friday, we're going to be doing Thanksgiving around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm looking forward to it. I love doing the Thanksgiving series every year, and I love it. And you guys love it too, and that's what matters. And again, thank you for the support. Appreciate you. But beyond that, got Alex and friends obviously back again, obviously. We might do Alex and Friends on Thursday, but probably I'm leaning towards for this week. Probably Saturday night between. Should I do it early just for this weekend? I don't know. Well, hey, what the hell? Everybody's gonna party it up all night anyway because it's freaking weekends anyway. Unless you're up in your ass in alligators, you got something to do. So I'm just telling you how it is. So we'll do it between 10 o'clock, 10:30, the usual time, and then the following week we'll be back to normal. It'll be Food Friday like it is now, and then Saturday between 10 o'clock, 10:30, and I meant Thursday between 10 o'clock and 10:30 at night. But I don't say the day, but I just tell you the day so you know what's going on. So because it's just Alex and Friends. I don't like say Thursday and Alex and Friends. No, I don't do that. So that's what we're probably gonna be doing this coming up Saturday, and then we'll get back to normal, like I just said. So that's that. And the other shout outs, check out like legendary BuMpY-isms. Check him out. You know, check out the dad and whoever, and his wife and all that. His job with his wife. Not like that. Let's make
Check
that
out his
clear.
work.
But check out the reviews with the wife and BuMpY-isms and BuMpY-isms' dad. And I think that's it for me. I'll do more shout outs some other time, but yeah, I think it'll be good. Appreciate you. And check it out. Oh, you know what?
Check it out.
Blaming that on you, Beer Man. I was keeping it together.
Let me do one more. Let me do one more. Check out No Hype Beer Reviews, Kyle. Check him out. Cool channel. And that's all I got to say. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Cool.
Cheers, Alex.
Very cool.
Cheers. All right. Well, I'll go. We're going round the clock. Okay. Yeah, Beer and Cheese Tuesdays open table, of course. If you'd like to bring something Thanksgiving-y, go ahead. I've got a cheese that's Thanksgiving like, but the beer is different. So yeah, whatever you want to bring, I don't give a shit. 8 o'clock Eastern for that, and then Wednesday will be a Coneheads theme, and it's been a very hard one for me. I know.
Right there.
I'm so glad you found that.
Jeez, it's called Conehead.
I don't play games.
Damn.
I
Saving that for a rainy day, like
it's freaking amazing. Yeah. I mean,
oh shit!
you showed me that. I was like, dude, you don't even need to show me that. It already says it.
I wish I had the picture of the cone. That would be badass. But what can you do? You can't do anything.
Yeah. No, you get cones, hop cones, whatever the heck. I don't care what it is. Just
yeah, that's from
that was a spur of the moment.
Gravity.
I believe so.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, so 6 o'clock Eastern for that. And then so that'll be I Like Your Style. Yeah, and I just put up an other half thing. Oh, I did a recipe review or recipe. I'm going to build a NEPA, 7.2 NEPA at 34.4 IBUs if my efficiency is correct. But yeah, we'll be doing that soon. And but that other half is freaking bomb, dude. That was good.
You talk about
that vaporing was good.
It's delicious, yeah, isn't it? Exactly.
Average beer, Alex.
It should have gotten 100 to be honest, but I gave it. You'll see. But if you look at it, anyway, yeah, that's it. Hops and Brews, man, go check out Hops and Brews. He's cool. Heck yeah, he's got good cinematography or camera and whatever the heck he does. He's good. He's good at what he does, and he's close. He's in Portland, close to me. So check out Hops and Brews. Cheers. Thank you, BuMpY.
Cheers, man.
Trying to keep it short. Sorry.
I believe that you gave other half 100.
I love other half now, man. More
Other
than
half's
ever.
good stuff, man.
Anyways,
Bones are fresh.
That shit, they're fresh.
Shout outs for me. There will be no Thursday night beer session this week due to Thanksgiving because I'm not going to be home and I might be around, but I'm damn sure not going live on my channel. Since I'm not doing that, maybe Saturday I'll do like another open beer share just to fill a void unless somebody else has something going on Saturday. I don't step on nobody's toes. Other than that, the Thursday night beer session, I'm going to try and switch it up a bit like I mentioned the other day. I think I'm going to bring on one person with me per show, and we'll review 2 products apiece. Like I said, I don't mind sitting around drinking 3-4 products. It is a bit expensive, and I get quite inebriated at times. Yeah, a lot of beer. And I'll tell you, Alex, if you just listen 1 second. It's going to be just a rotating at random type of deal. I could pick and choose. I'm going to maybe reach out to some other folks, because we got a pretty decent sized community, but there's other people out there I'm sure would be willing to do something like that. And it's not too heavy. I do it Thursday, probably 8, push it back to 8 or 7:30. Depends on other people's schedules, and my own personal. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good concept. We'll get more beers involved, some other people's thoughts, and just yeah. If it works, it works. If it don't, fuck it, I'll go back to the old way.
That'll be cool.
Other than that, that's it. I'm going to keep it short because I talked for a while. Cheers, everybody.
What?
Cheers.
What about your friend shout out? Oh, I'm gonna shoot myself.
Gotta have a gun, Alex.
I know.
Now we can't hear Alex interrupt us anymore.
Just playing with you, brother.
Okay, so my turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to find.
Much love, bro.
We're gonna have to find the right time, either on Wednesday or possibly on a different day. But I'm gonna be around at some point on Wednesday. Do the wild card Wednesday 7. I gotta somehow stupidly work until 8 p.m. So maybe wild card Wednesday is an 8:15 thing. I don't want to.
Take care of
My
it,
problem.
Eric?
You don't have to do that, but my problem is I don't want to step on anybody else's toes that may want to join. That may want to join on the program, and that I'm able to host. So if I can set up a show and do it as soon as after 8 o'clock, I will certainly try to do that, and we'll try to do as hard of a stop as we can towards the 9 o'clock hour or shortly after that. So people that want to go and do what Tanner's doing on East Coast Liquor Reviews can. Otherwise, if we collaborate and we say, hey, maybe this would work better on a different day, we'll just
let me know.
try doing the wild card on a different day. I would still like to host it, and I'm around. I could do that. So, anyways, that may be closer to 8:15 on Wednesday. Again, that's wild card Wednesday. Bring a beer, wine, spirit, or any adult beverage. Let's have fun. Just don't be a douche. And
Eric,
shouting out people. I would definitely shout out Dickie's Beer Reviews. I'll go back to the beer guys. Shout out Dickie's Beer Reviews. He's in Las Vegas. Go check him out. And
good guy.
Who else can you shout out? Let's shout out. Oh Jesus Christ! Let's shout out. Wow. Why can't I think of anybody else to shout out? Let's shout out. Wow. Let's shout out some more whiskey guys. The SLB Drinks. They just had a really wild live stream with the whiskey reviews the other day. Really knowledgeable people on the whiskey. Fun people to watch. Go check them out. Dickie's Beer Reviews and SLB.
Cheers. I'm asking you.
Test dummies, Eric.
Say what?
Scott test dummies.
Yes, but I get.
Hey, Eric, I thought if you're not around, you want me.
I'm around, Alex. I'm not gonna be out of the house. It's just I'm working until.
Okay.
I'd still like to host and not screw over anybody else that wants to do a show.
I get your spray. All right. You're gonna be in the house. Okay.
We'll figure it out.
We're good then.
He'll be in the House of Representatives.
We'll figure it out.
I love it.
It's Alex O'Bust.
On my channel, putting out 3 videos a week, and then I have a live show. The 3 videos, typically 50-point inspection videos, putting those out Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sunday. Live stream obviously on Monday. Here we have New Brew. Show starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Just bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on panel. Going back to normal times, normal theme stuff next week. Just bring a new beer you never had. Anything doesn't have to match up to anything.
Not until Christmas.
Yeah. As far as shout outs, I'll shout out Stoneyard Vineyards. Go check out Stony. He's been doing. He's a home brewer. It's mostly what he does. I mean, he will kind of stray off and do some oddball things here and there, like cooking or taking calls from scam, the scam call.
He just showed his experience with the Buffalo Snowfall. That was actually interesting. I checked it out today.
Yeah. So yeah, check him out. He's brewed a lot of beers. So if you're into that, and he also does beer tasting somewhat. Calls himself the worst beer reviewer on the internet. But other than that, Imperfectly Me Crafts out in Chicagoland, Mallory and Chew, a couple, and they go around mostly to different breweries, and they just showcase what that brewery has to offer, what it has for beers. You know, she does flights. She talks about, shares with her husband, Chew. They do fun things like the Chew Challenge. They'll do like a walk around, kind of to show you or throw pictures up of like what the brewery kind of looks like inside and outside. If they have somebody that is willing to interview, like a brewer or just one of the staff members, they can, they might do like a little interview section. So yeah, pretty fun channel to watch. Yeah, so a lot of these channels, it's like you see like how little subscribers they do have, even if they are growing at a decent pace. It's like, wow, they're like, you would think that they, with the amount of effort and what they're putting out for content, that they would have a lot more subscribers. So the way to do that is, hey, just check them out. That's all you have to do. If you like them and you want to watch more of their stuff, it's easy to subscribe, and then you have the channel there and you don't have to search for it all the time. So that pretty much does it. I want to thank the panel tonight for being here once again. Appreciate you all. Want to appreciate everybody in the chat that showed up as well. So just, cheers to all the chatters. Appreciate it. I hope that everybody has a wonderful, safe, and fantastic Thanksgiving. Hopefully you get to share some time with family and friends and have some good food. And
be careful. It's a DUI holiday weekend, folks.
Hell yeah. True, Legendary Andrew.
Pro tip.
Oh, yeah. And to everybody else that may be watching from foreign countries, Thanksgiving is just another day to you. But hey, you should just try to eat something fantastic as well. Just
dude.
Anyways, yeah. Sam, I know you're not watching, but maybe you'll watch a playback or something.
Mhm.
You said that you wish that you had Thanksgiving, you could just drink beers and stuff like that. Just do it. Just have a day where you have a giant feast of everything with beer. Just have friends over, have a damn party.
Yes.
And just thank them for being your friends and thank your family for being your family. Give thanks for that. You don't have to actually thank people. Giving thanks. Like, all right, that does it. Okay, we're good. Alex, you want to take us home?
Yeah, and before I sign out,
Be merry.
this is what I'll be bringing for next new brew. Legendary BuMpY suggested that. Now it's time to move on with that. Hold on, let me put this place so I don't break anything. This is Alex the Beer Master, and we will see you all on the next live stream and next video. This is Alex Beer Master signing out. Cheers, everybody.
A lot of people are kind of intimidated about making a turkey, but really it's very simple. You just have to know the anatomy of a turkey, and it's got over here just the tiniest little stink hole, but it's big enough to get your hand right up inside it. Stuff the shit out of it. I cook it with all the giblets, the penises and the ginies. And now a lot of people like to baste their turkeys, but I use this.